still only halfway through. You gotta come back down now. One way or the other, I'm afraid to ask what the other is. They put an escalator on the other side. That's what she's... Oh, goody, gumdrops. Hey, Ivy, I need you for one more, because this is that point in the show where everybody asks, how do you guys learn to do this? Well, we learned the old-fashioned way. We learned on the road. It's an old tradition of the sideshow that as a performer comes out, they learn acts. Your time in gets you some credit. People teach you things. You learn little routines, little secrets that you like to do. We like to use Ivy as an example because everybody gets to see her put that silverware in her head and they wonder, how do you get to do that? Well, it involves a little simple device she has. She's going to show you right now. Don't be alarmed. It's only a drill. Now, what does she do with that drill? Well, she's got a bit in it. She's got it in nice and straight because, well, you got to make sure you have a nice straight hole. Now, this is one of those conscious thoughts because you have to think about it every time she turns, every time she twists, every time she spins that wonderful drill. It's going into her skull. It's a great way to clean out the sinuses. And just think about what that feels like. The tip of that bit is sitting right in front of her brain. Every time it spins around, she feels it in her skull, folks. It's time for the thingy. Yeah, we're gonna, because we've about covered everything, I think. What? Oh, yeah, that one.
So there's so many important things also.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I almost forgot about the important one. Thank you. Now, folks, don't think we're through. Oh, no. Because we've still got all kinds of stuff up on stage. We've got things we haven't done yet. And there's one in particular that, well, people came to see. Peter Pixie talked about it. Well, it wouldn't be right if we didn't do it. Now, that there is a chainsaw. If you don't believe it's real, feel free to come up and take a look at it, but don't touch. That's why it's back a few feet. That's a real blade on there. I know because it came right out of my father-in-law's. Yeah, it's the real deal. If you don't believe...
One of the times we were loading stuff into the car, I tripped on it. I made my finger.
Yeah, it's a chain. Ask Susie Spector about what it was like the first time to do this act. We joked about it during the opening ceremonies yesterday, but she really did get to do it for the first time on stage and was horrified by it. But I'm going to get it plugged in. Since I'm the only one with free hands right now, because Not Like Madness is doing anything but looking pretty on stage.
Yay, come on, buddy. She's so good at it.
I got it. I know. It's because everybody wants to spread the madness, so she's got to be the center of attention. Okay. Do we have yeah. It's okay if we don't. That's fine. All right. Now, have the chainsaw. What do we do with the chainsaw? Well, you ever go to the fair and there's that guy in the back? He's got all them big logs and he's carving them, turning them into apples, little tables, all sorts of things. Yeah, I love that guy. When I was a kid, I wanted to grow up and be a lumberjack. Yeah, I'm not going to do the song. We haven't gotten cleared for that one yet. We're working on it, though. So I had to do the next best thing. Now, we can't do that in the show because it takes a long time, so we're going to do something a little smaller. It's where the apple comes into play. So I'm going to carve the apple with the chainsaw. You following me so far? Feel free to nod along so I know everybody's following along. Okay, that's half the act. Because you see, Madness holds the apple, but not in her hand. Not with her feet, because that's just weird. She's going to put it in her mouth. So, apple, mouth, chainsaw, face. That's basic math. Now here's the fun part. Now, I know there's some people here here. Hi. So Countess, what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to put a C in the apple just for you. Yeah, she's giving me the thumbs up. That's a great way to start this. You want to hold the mic for me? Now, for those of you that are a little bit worried about madness, don't worry. We have good health insurance. I think we have medics standing by somewhere. Oh, he didn't make it. Let's hope this goes right. Yeah, you get situated, I'll get situated, and then we'll go.
Don't worry, I'm just going to take a little off the top. I love how nobody rushed to stop me at that point. Good, you're the right kind of audience. You're not wearing any goggles for this.
Close your eyes.
Yeah, keep your eyes closed. Otherwise, it's applesauce. Chance, what'd you expect this was going to make? Apple juice? Orange juice? Oh. That's one. I got two more. You know, that's the only way to get a meal in this show, because I let them eat the apple afterwards.
Don't eat the bits with metal and oil in it. It tastes really bad.
Oh, folks, we've had some crazy stuff going on. And there's still one thing left that we haven't even touched. It's the biggest prop on the stage. It is actually an act that I am proud to say is an exclusive member of the Carnival Eplsion team. It actually came with the young lady that you just saw holding the apple in her mouth. It's her signature act. It is an act that has been passed down through her generation. You see, Madness is actually, and this is great because I get to use it, she is a living freak. She is a human oddity. Her family suffers from a strange condition that allows her to be what is called a contortionist. And she does this act, which has been passed down from her family. She's going to perform it for you guys right now. Now she's going to stand in front of that cabinet to give you an idea of exactly how much space she takes up. Because what she's going to do is she's going to get inside that box. Inside the box. This is where it gets a little bit scary, because you see, madness isn't the only thing that goes inside that box. Oh no. We add something else. Well, okay, a few somethings else. These. Now, they're glass blades, and you'll notice they're just about as wide as the box is. And they go inside. There's 15 of them in total. The young lady's job is to squirm and worm, to twist and turn, to somehow find a way to fit herself inside that box with all 15 blades. Now, how does she do it? Well, it's very simple, folks. She's just like a snake wrapping herself around a tree branch, an octopus around a sunken treasure chest. She works her body into whatever spaces we leave. So even though some of them will be no bigger than a postage envelope, she fits inside. I know it's hard to believe that someone could be that flexible, that limber, but yet she is. Matter of fact, when she first found out that she was going to be part of a sideshow, she went and told her family about it. And that's when they revealed, apparently, the little family secret, that her parents had decided that they weren't going to perform anymore. They put this box in storage, and no one saw it for an entire generation. And then one day, well, we decided to show up, and we wanted to see it for ourselves. And it was incredible. Her dad put that box together just like I did. Mom climbed inside, and I watched as he put all 15 blades around her body, just like we're doing madness right now. And when he was finished, I was amazed. How could she be inside? And then he did something even more incredible. He actually gave me the opportunity to come around back, to look inside that box and see the amazing rubber girl in action. And I've never forgotten what I saw. That day was truly special because they shared the secret with Madness, and that's why she's doing it for you right now. Now we're about halfway through, And you can already see those spaces are getting small. And she's still in there, folks. But this act is truly amazing. It's truly special. After all, how many times can you say you've seen a real living human oddity? And so what we did, since this is the first time we've done this act here, at GlitchCon in Arkansas, in fact, it's only the second time we've ever performed the act in the show, we've decided we're going to do something special. Because in just a few moments, once the final blade goes in that box, we're going to give you each the opportunity that I had. A chance to come up and see the young lady and see how she fits into that box with all those blades. Now it looks like we've got just a few left. And I hope she's doing well inside. After all, folks, those are glass blades. If she moves, if she strains them, they break, they shatter, they go into her body. And she would never be the same again. It's truly scary to think that someone's inside there, and yet she does this every day. Even when we're not performing the show, she'll still practice, make sure she can still bend and flex and fit inside with all those blades. Whew. I'm getting a little sweaty just thinking about it. And I wouldn't want to be in there. And this is the final one. So ladies and gentlemen, give her a big round of applause. Now, as we said, we're going to give you each an opportunity to come up and see what's happening inside the box, but there are a couple of conditions to this that have been set by the young lady. After all, this is all her equipment, so we have to abide by her rules. And they're very simple. First, she asks that we start out by getting everyone in an orderly line. That way we can get through this as quickly as possible, because we don't want to keep her in that box for too long. So what we're going to have you do is anyone that'd like an opportunity to come up and see what's happening inside, form a line right over here by the staircase. Come right on over, folks. Now, secondly, we ask that as you make your way up the stairs, you come on around. You walk around the box, you come out the other side and go down. That you don't touch the box, the blades, or the young lady inside, because if something was to move unexpectedly, she might get hurt, and we don't want to see that happen. Now, finally, and most importantly of all, this young lady is about to reveal to you a secret of the sideshow. Something that has been passed down to her from her family, and it is an old tradition that when something is taught, something else is received. Now, as we can't ask for each and every one of you, as you make your way back, as you learn the secret of her blade box, that you teach her something, because that would take a long time, and not everyone has something to share. So what we decided to do is that if someone would be someone or anyone that is willing to come up to take a look, be willing to part with a small nominal fee. Now, it can be any amount you want, as long as it is $1 for anyone that comes up, that looks in the young lady's box, that learns her secret. Now, I don't apologize for this, folks, because not one dime comes to myself or the show. It all goes to the young lady inside the box. It's the only money she makes for her time here in the show, performing with us. It helps her pay for her expenses. The young lady Ivy will be right up front. And as I said, folks, all we ask is $1. That's all it takes. It's $1 you can lose out there at the convention. Or it's a memory you'll have for the rest of your life. It's something you'll never forget. Just come right on down and fill in, folks. You can even ask her questions as you're making your way around. Ask her what it's like to be a human oddity. The living rubber girl. Recently, she was even featured in the Women of Steampunk magazine. They talked about her. They had pictures of her, but they never saw what's inside this box. And you can see it here today at GlitchCon. For the first time, maybe the only time that we'll ever do it. Because after all, tomorrow she may change her mind and decide she never wants to reveal the secret again. Wow, there's a lot of people making their way. And folks, like I said, it's something that words can't describe. A photo doesn't even do it justice. It's something you must experience for yourself. I know I've never forgotten what I saw that first time. Oh, there's a lot of people. I guess people are curious. Human oddities are hard to come by. After all, I know people see that show, Freak Show, and you see the creature with all his piercings. He can't do this box. Wow. Normally I get through it. Well, folks, I know she truly appreciates it. She thanked each and every one of you, but she's trapped inside the box. It is hot inside. The poor girl is sweating. And we've still got a few people going. We'll get you out as soon as we can, Madness. I feel for her being inside that horrible box with all those blades. Yay! It's the last one's madness. We're almost through. Tough it out, girl. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we're getting the last ones. Now, don't worry. Once the last person has made their way around, has seen all what's happened on the inside, those blades are going to start coming out. Now, we're going to work fast because we don't want her to be in there for too long. Ivy, on it. So, ladies and gentlemen, they're going to get her pulled out. So let me take a moment while they're getting the young lady from wrapped out inside. And there are folks even talking about it. That's what kind of thing it is. So for those of you that missed it, you might get another opportunity. After all, we do other conventions. We might do this again sometime. But let me take a moment and say a little few words about the cast. After all, they're up here, they're performing for you. We do this full time for most of the cast. Aside from myself, we only have one other performer that has a daytime job. This is how we make our living. This is what we do. This is what we love to do. So it wouldn't be right for me to not thank the cast and crew. As they're working hard, I'll say one time, of course, the lovely young lady in green is Ivy. She's working on getting the blades. We have Remy. Miss Madness is still in the box. We'll get her out in a minute. Folks, like I said, if you have an opportunity, come by our booth. We've got a lot of things. We do a lot of artwork, badges, whatnot. You can come by, you can ask us questions. We'll talk about the show. We'll tell you about steampunk. We've still got a few panels to do. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed our wonderful show. I know each and every one of us has enjoyed performing for you. Thank you for coming. Feel free to bow. Oh. Now comes the fun part of tearing all this stuff down. So folks, again, we really do appreciate this. This is one of those opportunities where we get to share an art form that's dying. There's only a few performers willing to do what we do, and there's obvious reasons why, because it is extremely physical. So again, I appreciate each and every one of you coming and seeing our show. Thank you.